I give you the answer. The answer is no. The answer is no because we've had brilliant youth in this country that are eager to do something for themselves. But our leaders and governments have not prioritized the youth empowerment. And even an example that is a gentleman who asked a question about cocoa powder. It looks as if our policies in this country favored only foreign investors. And we, the local entrepreneurs, go through hardships, and sometimes we are treated by the authorities as if we are their enemies. But the gentleman, I want you to go back to the Minister of Finance and ask him the law of the free zones. I have a factory at the free zones, so I know that at least 30% should be sold locally. So if you're going to buy something from the free zones and you've been able to establish that you're a citizen, why should you pay the duty? Go back and ask. So what is the essence of the 30% that they should sell locally? I'll break my thoughts into two phases. The first one is the government role to empower the youth. Any government that do not assure the future of the youth, it means the country itself has no future. Because the youth is our future. So what the government has to do, or any leader with a vision has to do, is to make sure you create an enabling environment for everybody, including the youth, to support especially their businesses. 2, the government should make it a point to explore talents in this country. We need to explore talents among the youth, and not only exploring talents, but to give them support, the necessary support to make sure. Kennedy Agyapong never know never Ghana for a bit choose Obia. Owonim Edipe Ghana ama Emrantia ni Mabawa Mujina Hamunya Jumanyano and Yajumaye. Kennedy, where she knew Bia, Asante Force Kennedy, Atem Force Kennedy, Well Force Kennedy, Ezima Force Kennedy, a Piapin Force Kennedy, a Uber Force Kennedy, and Grand Force Kennedy. Practical. I believe in physical things. Say we can do it. Ekwejuma yebesi sano complete. Because Côte d'Ivoire for ya, hence you betimi aye. Okwa large scale farming. Katiana Malaysia for befa abe efria.
and na Korea Malaysia abe ade omodi haden yende de ne bae ye bibia essay yetia na ye center of the world na ye ntimi take advantage of
abusu am adwo em akwa ba from get connected jumedi so ene eye fiada onim say do fiada ene ne memenda ne benada e get connected jumedi ena ye de ebrel na na ensem okoso okrom na abusu enye easy sempi na ena monte a wote sa prayer campaign ejina mu denden a ura MPP amanyuko ni mu ahyehyehye no na nsem nso so enam from mu so dɔɔso ankasa na se ho behia se ebreso na se nyunu jusei na adaworoma ukọ onyuma so be piefie sei na ahoden wo ho wotimi tena wo TV ho na se wo fa abefo afidie bi akura na wo content afidie no so na esi ehia e wo get connected so na yetumi ebon komodwendwen ho kwan ya befa so a yebetimi asigina ye papa se delegate e wo MPP osoko kokwa amanyuko dem na edwuma so a Ghana for edi ahye MPP amanyuko ne nsa se onkonko yi obi a ono ankasa ye nsusuye ye nsemu hwemu ahu se amanyuko kese na eda ho ni nyina no wei na ye de ne ba so medi o man Ghana nimu a osefata obetimi aboa ama o man no ni so edi ho esi ani so no yetimi akokoduru ho sa adwuma kro na so ebrepem o man no ede be ma amanyuko ahodo aka ni nyina na o mo so akosi ginaye na de saa nipa amanyuko ni ba ko yi ni nyina be hia na be sia gan no 2028 it is na no me ka wo show we so no sa politics any party level politics ni ade no efo bia ho Ghana krom ha fi se nipa MPP amanyuko ni be yi no se o me contest 2028 general election no umpo ubesi gina ye wo sa nipa ne so nipa NDC for be kwa yi naba se 2028 general election yento ne so aba no umpo ubesi gina ye wo ne so se wo pe se ono na eni o mampani ana se wo mpe no definitely you have to decide on these personalities or parties no any individuals be you obiti no you decide on them and it would mean nka se we am fa ho we are all interested na ye hwe se de aniam asi ko ye ni de akire de beto fom bia na ya fa na ya pense mu ni ahwe se de ansem ne tie na aboa am weti message na ye no eyie na wo ye obi ahwe dwumade ya efre bra ye sha ase e besi sa abre no ensem bebre na yaka wa ha enem bebre na ya kyekye mu ensem nso so a yaka wa ha no so ye ensem a enye kasantwi enye atem didie na emom ye nkyirekire mu ne ensem a asi pen ene ensem a asi enne ne ya kan si ani na afi wa ankasa wa ye deductions no ehu de ye ene de enye ene baby a obeto aba akọ menim so wa dwumede na bedu sa abre ya you've already decided that you will get connected fi se bebre na wati bebre na wesua na enema ndu also tim za chiacha kakra wo afa ahodo na aka ewo NPP presidential primaries aheko afiedi animu no emu so it's quite clear now say you are Kennedy Agyapong na ni so adi ho esi na ni so ene botaye a opeso odi bedi oman animu no emu da okrojin asembisa bi ani ho ene ti wokoko gina abato adaka mu 31st January a obesi ugina ye ne kama ebi enene de edi nke obi get connected na se etoaso na afiedi nchechi mu ne nkomobo no eba na ono nso so tene ho ase hu die ntie esi osigina ye ema yewura Kennedy Agyapong wo ye Ghana ni wonye MPP ni na ho dwumedie no kra se dia nchechemu ne tie ne vision na yewura no ede etudwa no wa utia wonye delegate na okon adose nka obenya akwanya akoto aba ne bi ewo NPP presidential primaries a ebe koso afia edi animu no emu enenso ye di hyemu bi medi nyansabo akwa na techi metira dwumedie mu ede ama chairman apiaje wono ena edi dwumedie ho echiame bibi nti openi eye bibi e obebi esemhwe na afi mitinam ede ema no na nema etimi ekoyie na enkomo wo ho a na ebebo ensem abegudwa so menim se wo ye obi a wo hwe political space ni mu a whole lot of information ena na wotwi mu aba abegudwa so afri dwada na eba no ansem okoso fi se campaign no ekoso den panifo ni bi kasa na wo nsem wo kan ye befa na ye di ho enkomo na ya pense mu ahwe se de mu nsem esitie ye Kennedy Agyapong okopie mu ewo sirem amantifido no se bebre na odi atudwa onamu de aprobo no ekoso ene sabra me be na entiene se wona rongo a wone empanifo ho etwetwe enkomo delegate na eboje ne so a wo chekire ensemu ho ni nyina no be pam ye be mo hu se de ekoko wie ne ho nsem se de esitie na ye mo nwura mu na ne ye mo enkomo na o abefo tintan fidie no so dia kama ese enra eba besi nani ade de asem a ede fidie no so a 900,000 jobs 900,000 jobs eno ene ye conversation a ye bo e wa abefo tintan fidie no so ene ye be pensem a na ye di ho enkomo fi se ye wura Bawumia Dr. Alhaji His Excellency actually you say obedi o mampani o man Ghana mu no it's all about ideas enyeska empo na so usika san kra Ghana for hwe usika Ghana for every ideas so between yewura Kennedy Agyapong and yewura Bawumia no why ene wo ideas for Ghana ebra ye wo mi mu na why ne ideas no so ebetimi aboa we have that conversation now we are contrasting the money I said there and some ACT that statement in that conversation now yewura Bawumia kwaye odoma okasai mi wo ne tape ni bi wa ye wo accept ni bi wa be bo am wa watie na fi ahase edi ho enkomo some of nsem no ho a wokan ya factually no enye accurate e bi so ho a he is right though but why exaggerate said ya enema ACT you have conversations around enough ye bubum na watimi atia see kama na what is a parliament so about 63 members of parliament for NPP womo ebegina pono chichire se sabe de womo ni ewura Kennedy Agyapong womo ni twaka bia na said em rebi ombe na no yewura Bawumia wono a no mota na chi ombe kan sem no egina pono so but before no na NPP amanyokuo no titire ni a ohwe akire eye chairman Bute e de krata ababo ntia be kire se ma MPB a nyina pono so ntu na num tu nka se otasumesi ana obenti achi vese amanyokuo no hu MPs ni nyina se omo ye party officers said ye hu secretary any ade na saa na omo hu MPs no nti uta obi achi aye ne kokwam emegyina pono so nka chairman ne report ne ba na secretary ne ba ni tetebi na MPs no be di se adwuma no ti semchofo ne chama Bute di nkomo de bisa ne se wate na wate so de gina sie ne se na mo be na obetu de afa ho so obesi gina ye bia na party ni si gina ye bia no eye asobrachi esem na MPs ne koya na se ne ho nsem esitie na enumpo no ewo nsunsuanso ewa abato no eso ana the about 204,000 delegates na ekusi gina ye na MP 63 ebegya parliament anim kase wo mota yewura eye Bawumia chi a esesa bibia na ana se ensesa bibia we have that conversation na ya hwese de no so ehon sem esi etie said the politics of ideas ne de ye behwem na afi no ya kire wo ensem bia yewura Ken aka a ye beboa ma watimasi ugina ye ni ye ye be ma no so bibre pam na afi abodwuma de ne nyina atofa ma wado adwencha abaso na bibia aye kama nti sei ena ne ye dwumadie no etie ti wa join ye ewo Globe TV ya mo kwaba tenase brepam obeba na ado adwenkyere abre yen nanso se bibi nti wo frifie ana se wati dwumadie nka na onim bre no ena apese o join aka che obibia se eye YouTube oko YouTube a eye Get Kennected TV o search ebeba na afi wetimi a join ni show no na bibia so etimi aye kama wo ho a eno so ehon ensem eno no eti ye hye enkomo na se na afi ni yemonwrem na ye ntwetwe enkomo e yemonwrem o parliament na afi no about 63 MPs eno kwa na say 63 kwa ye nimfi se amane boni chese mpanifo ni bia ye bobo wo mu di hye mu se wo mu ka 63 ne ho no wo ma sha se chim se wo mu nim ho hwe but all in all no o de ye fa video ne ma ye ba we have conversation around sa a year declaration and penny for ne koye no na fi ye tie chairman no so one septwofo kasa se de osika 75 na eja ye na mu ekoye ni ma no I was here to be na afi ya fix audio no e de amano wetimati de koso bad in na share no we NPP MPs be our parliament about 63 of them according to said their presentation we in the chair no omo che say omo e ba betai yewura Bawumia echi na ade we nye first time a ye hu bi nie previous primaries no the same thing echo so but one thing a Ghana politicians ye nsua ne say these things no na work here na Ubeka say marketing wise no well Ubeka say be am penifo no you womanim sa people behind no will think say be oh say me MP crack say dia say we crack say dia then they say me so me told this line but I'm sure say this time no the average Ghanaian no and I said the Ghanaian we know no is not much more discerning now computer and internet they are about to a point say people get access to information easily nti we MP we why na ka say o ta assume si achia me who they say technically no it will just draw people in line say MP say there people are also discerning we are all reading kind the ekoso ye tie nsamo a ekoso it that particular guest channel will not do much of a help to nipa na wo pese yekokota na chi no me who they say yes so why be say it's a sign but it doesn't add up to numbers no if Saudi wait me add numbers ma BBC a I'm not sure say you are Kennedy or Kennedy Agyapong. Ebenya about 37% in the previous primaries I call you know because almost MPs ni nyina parliament o nyina sorry say omo ekotai ye Bawumia echi but the real echi no agroni form results ne buy no you saw say numbers no was beyond imagination cry not just aburo so said ya na nipa bi susu no so me who said this kind of actions no idea atwam wom say party na issue statement say any kwan say MPs ni yes but if the MPs will still want to toe that line I'm sure they can still go ahead and do it but ensure that any insurance okay say that is according to me ankasa say na me who said that amatie no we are delegate now wo hwe me I'm sure say who follow said their conversation no echo obia the ideas topono so obia wona samo a worker so you listen to the messages now if you wait jina so asi ujina ye I'm not sure say it will be business as usual say we can say inti wo no analyze it won check e wonya hu fiti ana we si ujina ye abusua manya ntia say video no aye krado afi yenko parliament biem na yenko tie say dia penifo ne ka wo mo nsem.
He has been tested, trusted, and proven. Today, over 60 members of parliament, in fact, it's 63 precisely, out of the 87 minority members in parliament, stand together in unity and conviction to make this clarion call. We declare our total and unwavering support for Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia as the next flag bearer of our great party. We make this declaration not out of sentiment, but from deep conviction. We have seen his work, his discipline, his resilience, and his readiness to serve. We believe that Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia embodies the next chapter of the MPP's vision. A future built on competence, innovation, unity, and hope. We affirm that Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia is not just the candidate who can unite our party. He is the leader who can win the confidence of Ghanaian people and secure victory for the MPP in 2028 and beyond. He stands as a symbol of renewal, bridging generations, breaking back.
I wish you said that what we see, NPP MPs in parliament. Some of them, you be if you said now, no MPP were about 87 MPs of parliament. And I'm just say, Musi 63, Wama Kushiati, I say, so I'm going to tie rubber or me, if you say, almost say. But that has been a conversation. What you Papa Kanya? And ya nipa, womu you when you almost support you about Omiano, or more pinpointed at the airport, be said, Sani Swedi Hunwinti. Sans you we are, you run a dear work munti, and I'm passing me codinachi. It's all about then I say, and an hour. No, that is not the conversation. No. I'm sure say they should come clean. Say, what can say, or so be way, me dream who I bought my intent and passing me dinachi. It's not about say, any atono, and me didn't know. I wanted the minimum say, before no trust no message dream who beyond they will come back and find reasonable messages to give to us. The entire womo say womo ko tayera na chi. Se see so because obewa ko tayera e Kennedy Agyapong ko Agyapong achi a obenya niam bia keka siso because yente ye kwa na yate mfi de dwuma ahodo ne bia obeko bia no susu a wo e de masa be enti wo ye MP ewo eye na vrongo ana wo ye MP ewo bole wo ye MP wama specific parameters bi a odi na chi na obeye MPP flag bearer ewe ni Ghana election na wa chira de obeye ama no constituency so MP dey na obeka che o constituency say moato aba ma se mingyina mo name parliament mimum ewo mamanyukuo no level no me kotaye Bawumia chi na o se wei e na obeye ama constituency no I'm not sure say MP bi benya sa asem ni bi akoka because you follow all the campaigns na ekoso no I'm not sure say there's been a clear cut message from Bawumia tonight say we put in up so ye we put in up so ye nte the thing be ayetia ni say ayam pia na chidi for near na wo mo de na musa we nya message no ti MP message be na ade ko akoton ama eye o conscious so this is not going to make any impact bia nti what connected that keep connected men nwi say bia MPs ni say any ade bia no men nwi bibia yera Kennedy Agyapong ko Agyapong da so gina na so na de omu ye nyina nya de a eko bebia makacho se chamambute beka bibi na septrofo ene ne kasai ene no edi hon komo a cheche mu se after say we issue with statement say ma MPs nye declaration no MPs na boysim asha se wo mo kasa na chama wusom sen ye tie chama na ehwe se de o kan 75 ne ehwe chama betima ye bibi de afa ho ama na ye ya
press conference no we o ma ani obi atema no an say bia ye true ye support ya ma we no dey it is allowed because
we officers of the party we there need to minister on band those who be support to be support no but don't come out to say the part don't say just we daddy
some no dey chama when dem say just mo na si form ye pa because right
and nine me dey si form na ya mem
because and na let them ba bontina na press conference no me see me who say
me say we dey this
oh okay
ya ba go mi ru me say o me go say any break.
And also on the social media they na work and so be call radio so I communicate obi ti social media no otro bibi dia fan candidate they are almost the same. Edi honon so no you go there and then suspend the person. Say
yeah evidence.
Okay.
Yes on the car I need there be. So the evidence ka ho we just me to
okay. In order say dey we encourse no dey never draw attention over find out na we be say eno let ne ba bonte o TBB say ntire bia eno an dey kokobo na say we find say no dey wan ntire.
Oh, say you are okay program here. It is what can no me find out. No what to do. Many my don't do that.
Oh, okay, I see. Jom to for ne kana sem say ye beji Yesu edi agisi ye hunu. Asem we nkofo bebre say on beju chairman buta edi a. Just action be take place na afi ye ti we hu say yes.
I say no the man 1 week.
1 week.
Action we be baba 1 week.
Okay. Chairman Mate, me da se papa no pe wonchiremu a waba na wabechiremu dia.
All right. Okay.
Press conference no we o ma ani obi atema no an say bia ye true ye support ya ma we no dey it is allowed because
we officers of the party we there need to minister on band those who be support to be support no but don't come out to say the part don't say just we daddy
some no dey chama when dem say just mo na si form ye pa because right
and me dey si form na ya mem
because and na let them ba bontina na press conference no me see me who say
me say we dey this
oh okay
ya ba go mi ru me say o me go say any break.
And also on the social media they na work and so be call radio so I communicate obi ti social media no otro bibi dia fan candidate they are almost the same. Edi honon so no you go there and then suspend the person. Say
yeah evidence.
Okay.
Yes on the car I need there be. So the evidence ka ho we just me to
okay. In order say dey we encourse no dey never draw attention over find out na we be say eno let ne ba bonte o TBB say ntire bia eno an dey kokobo na say we be find say no dey wan ntire.
Oh, say you are okay program here. It is what can no me find out. No what to do. My don't do that.
Oh, okay, I see. Jom to for the canal some says you beji yesu edi agisi ehunu. As we go for bebre say ombeju chairman bute dia. Just action be take place na afi yeti we hu say yes.
Action no dem.
Te abusu ya said out here the chairman bute na exception for na twetwen komo say before answer na MPs no e ba be say declaration no. There was a statement from chairman or acting chairman ma LPP see ah. Say the statement no dey buy no MPs no abuso. Na o kire say obetu hu anamon. Alamoto go kwemu a wo mo eba betu anamon dey ade but ye nyina ye for discipline and order to work in the party. I'm sure chairman supposed to do something that beti biaboa ama gide etimi aba ma ye hu say chairman ka asem a otumi edi eye adwuma ma ye ye ti no eno no enkonkon ho na afi ye rese dia ensem ebesi akona MP o party edi nhehye aba say ye nkose ye nyese and you decide to do the otherwise chairman so on tie also on tie asem we abeto kromo ai gentle ha baby also on tie but se twofo abonamane so let's see how things will pan out na afi ye koye nim ye nyina guided by it no be ahu say wo ya ade na peniti a otu anamon de fa ho na ehwe se de besi akwafa na je say penifobia wo mo edi Ewura Bawumia echi de sometimes no say niam bu a wo mo ya ka be say tembia no etia mra chiachia mra but ye how an niam beko ye wuram na afi no ye nkohwe eye Ewura Bawumia nkomo a okokodi e wodoma e kire se wo pese odi o man yanimu a eye ideas wani so odi hu a wo eno de hia park se emom nya usike wo botum e ho de menene ya adwen enye sika wo botum no ideas out there ba so now you push conversation dey call ideas between Ewura Bawumia and the other candidates na aba no why na the ideas solid so we go there but before no yankonko tie no o san so make statement bi e kire say mobile money interoperability a e ba ye no no na de ba ye na enam so di o de yanko ne yankotie no ye ba ne nsem no ye be fa ne ba ko mienu miensa na ye bubum ne ahwese dia ensem tie
2016 ye ba aban mu be ye vice president if you watch obia di adanse se me be ye vice president me din hihye bebre abagana enye sa digital Ghana card ya ye de abai we are seeing na oman very few na ewo ebi was in the world very few countries are Ghana card ya ye de bai very few countries and I will be UK and Nibi, America and Nibi, Canada and Nibi. Say na UK almost pese yebi. But Ghana is one of the leading countries in the whole world with the digital Ghana card. Me share ye buy na me say usha na untimi mani sika from Vodafone, eko MTN and ase Airtel. Na untimi yisika from Momo account, echo to bank account, and our bank account, now up to echo to Momo account. Now obi mani usika from Abrochria, just oko Western Union, echo G. When you now me share, me ka say yenye share fufrobi, a friend of mobile money interoperability. San share no the whole of Africa obi mind be a new mind be mo. No country in Africa, yes, adiano, any America, any Canada. Because say Ghana, it is possible. You bet me I be waha. Now nipa bebre injindi, but ye mobile money interoperability. We are the only country, the whole of Africa, ye be. Now ene a pager mobile money ejumano pa. First no na Ghana, the whole of Ghana, nipa 8 million per ena omo momo account. Ene nipa 24 million na omo momo account. And first no ye buy Momo agents are Omo Ghana. Omo ye 107,000. But Momo ejumano epeja because of the Momo interoperability ye no. And then Momo agents wa Ghana ha Omo ye 900,000. One idea ya metimia create 800,000.
Te abusia former vice president and former flag bearer for the MPP and I'll say Nkano. You see, Nanka, my imagine said this conversation, I won't go into it because Komobia quite dicey. One say, and some no be good on one moment command church the because these conversations, no, Ewura Bawumia, we're having some conversations we pay. And politicians said that they be American. We should learn. I said, politicians, you are the Ebra Yekuye Nimuno. if this particular kind of statement any argument say ebetimi awene bibi ama Mahamudu Bawumia nka ewene in the 2024 general election because ankomo we ya no e shall say from that point. And aside a year debunkings ahodo aba kofo debunk is ansem e wo kan bebre, but he still keeps on making the same statement. But ne ebedi won ko because Mahamudu Bawumia nkasa utie video na shase na or see we should talk ideas. And the ideas now, if this is the ideas that Mahamudu Bawumia they back on board, yeah, then definitely we need to digest them and get in there and see what is in there. Mahamudu Bawumia share commander say no chere say e idea Ghana card e idea bi esomboa esubi ma da boa ama ni me bebre akoso na ni nyina the idea of the buy. This conversation was crucial. This conversation was quite crucial a year 2024 election. But in some of the Ghanaians could also read now. Ometimi akwa be for tintan video no so akọ search him. Ama sunsun so aba ma yen kasa din sema sisi mani atase. Nti I'm sure said sa nsem yo kai 2024 election no. Ghana for anto antimi anya adwuma. And now in MPP primaries ayi flag bearer. What's an shall see ka the same and near ma antimi anwe no the elections. Because na MPP are buying na was so sabre no. You made this statement, Ghanaians did not buy into it. This is some Korean era Bawumia de be flag bearer. Emma MPP abedu amanyuko na nim dia. Any delegate you should think twice and decide very well. Because the same message and the edebe call elections no 2028 if so to abama era Bawumia based on said no share conversation as no. We should talk ideas ebebo amagana akoso. So this is the ideas that era Bawumia episode deba on board. In some of what can you more antimi anweni bibi an farmer him. But here some no kind and kasa near father baako. Ghana card. Offer Ghana card as Ghana card national identity. A whole conversation and yen nene by you. I shall say 2008. President Kufuor time any a shall say one document by national identity. E dey ama Ghana nyina. Sa conversation wait twice so am President Kufuor na mamu baby. Mills Mahama mamu so no. That conversation also popped up, but they tell me say, "Enya dia national identity card won say na buy e wo Mills Mahama administration in Montem." That is the conversation. And na Europe Mahama nko aso be di akonwa free 2012 about 2016 no. Ya nhyɛ da nte national identity no ho asɛm atel say Europe Mahama mu be free akonwa so na ye te say ya dia national data center na omusi ye no. It was meant for sa na manemu to host sa national identity data no. We are talking facts that they are Bawumia kase yenka no. And these are nearma publicly available. You can go online and verify them. We don't sit here and spew and nearma be ayenim. We just talk facts. Nearma you can go and search. And said the area Bawumia kai no. We are not doubting him say obo ne homo de Ghana card jumedi nim. But o kan say we are actually Ghana for 2024. They did not buy it because and said one o kan say nye usika na odi bebu o man no. And your mind is sika, so what is the news about it? And abra NDC for free akonwa so akono na sa national identity ene Ghana card on semi to make it digital a card ne betimi hold information no. Not that arrangement has already been done, and Mahamudu Bawumia can attest to this. Uko now now research, you can see it. So that arrangement was done. Adia Mahamudu Bawumia yeah it's me boy and said the NDC government could not start the process at all. Woman to me and shall see effectively and find Yejuma. Mahamudu Bawumia by what you did was to review the entire contract. Yet your committee, contractor na order the name. Say a dear share na NDC for years, so the national ID no. Na say na city na yafa report, my report na buy no. Mahamudu Bawumia accepte sabre no na digital ne ma na show nsa. Mahamudu Bawumia accepte part of the report and na include share bebre na aye order da. So saying say na the buy no me point no Mahamudu Bawumia is a doctor academia. O ba academia ni mo say o fa Gloria enye holy years no. Ye nyina nim say professors na lectures no muchiri. O pa twiro ese ne de say. Na wantimi an site ni year, wantimi an check your sources ni year. They will mark you down because enye wo idea. E idea wo hodada all the way from 2008. Ene aye ho adwuma. Ababe dru baby yedru. So you pick it up and what you implement here, you tell Ghanaians in the same tone. Say Ghana for your buy no, na say and now mine no aye national identity ho asem. but the moment me aban na twam na ntimi implement it. So we the MPP led by myself Bawumia, this is what I was able to do to make it effective. But how kind of blanketly now the two say you did it. Abra will come now her fact now. It shows otherwise. The Ghanaian is quite discerning. Obekwa Koseche who say you are not wholly right, and I say it is not totally accurate. And they will mark you down. Said there are more professors and doctors. Yeah, sure is near that the mo check it. Na say real BB shame. Ya inciting here they are mark it down. The same thing Ghanaians will mark you down. Until we Ghana card, they be a meka. You better boy Bawumia baso because it wasn't implemented. Any MPP are binding in Abaso. It wasn't implemented as of 2016. Yeah, review it was implemented. So you will give credit to Baby Abe for free, you know. Now watch the pragmatic steps here Ken and Como. Somehow they go a creme boame here. And Ghanaians will believe you more. But how can they watra? Say, oh yeah, near the day now, or the Ghana echo compare US. Sometimes what is a what the Ghana could compare US any common identity system. You also know say US a federal system. I was state a whole do state biya di ne ho so a ono ankasa wo de oye. So what can other states na ko say the states don't have identity cards and I said they ufa ni ho na be kan Ghana ni be check em say okay oko US a omo use social security number as a means of identification. Oko state a hodo ni mo state no e wo man kasa wo ID cards omo use but oka all the states ni bomu there they don't have one ID system but you can compare sa adeno to Ghana dia now because Ghana is like a state in the United States system no. So okofa New York okofa you be now the check here now you understand it very well but so over US no na one is no Ghana ni yehwemu na okote ase a obomu say dia wo kan enye no kra ni nyina e na one na eka. So this are niema amwa ama MPP amanyuko no antimi anya Ghana for any ensema any monyama na say favor African Ghana for one win the election and still Bawumia keeps on making same statement or abato bremu antimi amwa 2024. Yemra yenimna fe no yenhwe sa mobile money interoperability nkomo a Bawumia e de bae no. I just wanted to have conversation around it because you say we should talk ideas. Ti yeti bibia yemu boom ne ehwe ni ye. We wanted to skip it but we won't do it. Dem come na fe yenhwe ade. Mobile money interoperability no e de ade Ghana ni a utie me delegate a wo hwe me what nkomo no say nam framam say Bawumia say interoperability ne de adwuma ba 900,000 jobs. Interoperability na nkasa kwa ye de ade a. Interoperability ne nyina ne se de a watete ho nsem no. Ye wo banks e wo mobile money fo ne wo ene ye wo other card services a hold obi say e-switch ne ade. Se wo MTN mobile money a before answer ye interoperability no. Dia obetimi aya ne se obetimi de MTN no kwa na adi dwuma. Wo Vodafone na se Airtel ene Telecel ne ade a ho kwa na obetimi de usika na adi dwuma. But ye interoperability it means you are connected sa network mobile networks no platforms no. Wo mu database ni nyina abom baako at a source. Until now no MTN for no numbers no it's known to Vodafone for no because mu nyina data abegu afidie baako so. Company baako bi na eba behwe saa information ni nyina so. Until wo sika na person de mo bi ewo other network a. Wo yes wo send this kana komo bo network for ne so a. Oba ko use saa system na interoperability Bawumia kan wasem no. Ho na request na be kwa akofa. Ho ne de all the mobile networks numbers no ho. Afei de betime hu number no. Ahu account na eliska no abetuma ma kama. That is all about the interoperability Bawumia eka ho asem no. Na eba ne say na interoperability no ama nipa 900,000 adwuma. That is the conversation I see TB ebubu ne ehwe ho asem. Eye no kre ana say ena sansem no etie. Na empo no bibi kakra was interoperability asem a Bawumia eka ho asem. Utie video na yewra na ye boy ya o ka asisi ana. He was emphatic say MPP aban ba konwa so na say ye man akwanya say onhwe sikasem ene abefo nsem no. Na wo sika ewo MTN na person send mo obi ovoda wuntumi wo sika wa ha ena ono ekofa mobile money interoperability ebaye na saa interoperability na ena ebo ya masisi a yetimi eyesa ade no but factor ma cheki ene wo digi deep eko asema Bawumia kan animu a dia enye no kre ewo mu ni se mobile money interoperability enye Bawumia idea tieniye mobile money interoperability na Yewura Bawumia ka ho asem a ye boa e ma otimi send this free network ekowei eye kama eye fi say e ba ne say man ma easy eye kama pa but that idea say the oka o video na hyase no say enna me kofa ba and it simply means that is my idea me the kind of ocean commonase from baby say over intellectual discourse mo na say we share wo mo a academia for no mo di nkoma o ka asem a it should be the truth say you ankasa na wo ya jet enye wo you give sources o make links to sources na fi yetima te ade na say ye one my proper links ama ya hu say ebrewe we na course one my chronology no now can people say me and am kofo ba ya it will sound deceiving and ye gitumu a enye ye fi say that is not the whole truth mobile money interoperability no Yewura Bawumia ankasa no muton ekire mu say ebra MPP ebeji itumi 2017 bebu o man no there was a contract for mobile money interoperability which is 100% accurate on Yewura sefa kan na dis an command of peace FM that statement was solid was accurate because mobile money shall say 2009 from MTN no everywhere banana no banks no any mobile telecom operators no any sa e switch ne card for no they had conversation omu ko shia ko ye meeting dwendwen ho se kwan be ne be fa so a ye betimi a connect your platforms na boom na afei no security media kwane aba through all these channels I hu mehia se Ghana ni obeto sim bebre ansa na wetimi mobile money obeto anasa obebia account na won ante co bank ansa na wetimi transfer so the banks started the conversation through the Bank of Ghana TNE Bank of Ghana any the banks no e shall say have that conversation you know how they could get a common platform betimi aboa amasa initiative no etimi aye possible. So that conversation, according to me, it even started around 2012 thereabout. 2012, Eba, NSA and Komo about interoperability, connecting air platforms no together. A chance here. That was 2012. It wasn't government policy, cry. And buying and another audience had it was the banks, any telcos no. When share our conversation no ase. And I'm common twice all the way up to 2016. So 2016, Ansana and Komono ebe official position of government. The then government decided yes, sa interoperability conversation that shall see all the way 2012 Ebano. Idea on mine the year Juma Iti Ghana or mine be decided say ye be two na mo area fasa interoperability now. Near to my sa no abwa me connect all the banks. Any sa systems in SCNE. Na etimi aboa masika edi akwane aba no etimi aye possible. So that was it. It started 2012 and efuro ya ba ya bedu 2016 before the government then take a decision with the banks any Bank of Ghana including telcos near there to decide say o man be to sa anamo no. Wo de ma me pause wa na afre ni yenko kohwe video a me kan wasem no. Yewura Kwame Sefa kan ene Yewura Bawumia nkoma wo mudie ene how Yewura Bawumia ekan abra ye bisa ne say mobile money interoperability a wo se wona akofa baaye no da bi ma ye mfa sa video na nsa MC a woti me ka ye san for video na ye boss si a na Yewura Bawumia chechirem say mobile money interoperability on the buy. I want us to get the line now or very much emphatic say he initiated that policy and make sure it's work no meaning say umbetimi atwe akọ kaka I just want that part say ye ba ban mu no na wuntimi send this kan kwa let's take that part na fi yentie one Yewura Sefa kan before be ba be conclude what I've started
2016 ye ba aban mu be ye vice president if you work obia di adanse se me be ye vice president me din hihye bebre abagana enye sa digital Ghana card ya yede abai we are seeing na oman very few na ewo ebi was in the world very few countries are Ghana card ya yede bai very few countries na ewo bi UK enibi America enibi Canada enibi say na UK almost pese yebi but Ghana is one of the leading countries in the whole world with the digital Ghana card. Me share ye buy na me say usha na untimi mani sika from Vodafone eko MTN and ase Airtel na untimi yisika from Momo account equal to bank account and our bank account now equal to Momo account now obi mani usika from abrochria just oko Western Union ekoji we nyina me hwe me ka say yenye nhihye foforo bi ye friend mobile money interoperability san nhihye no the whole of Africa obi Mind be a new mind be mo. No country in Africa, yes, no. Any America, any Canada. Because Ghana, it is possible. You bet me I be waha. Now nipa bebre injindi, but yeah, mobile money interoperability. We are the only country, the whole of Africa, be. Now ene a pager mobile money ejumano pa. First no na Ghana. The whole of Ghana, nipa 8 million per and a omoni.
And I was say what's yet in the year. Said the area and the canon per se, Yanessa Pepe, or say a bra, ya this Alquinian man as vice president, so only the economy in this animal. Oh, who said, ultimately, in your way, ultimately, what's yet that? Ultimately, sending qua. And I know the idea by you say, yeah, be a friend, mobile money interoperability. And a whole enemy person with the bank said that is not the actual fact. And yeah, dear, no. Mobile money interoperability conversation was already in the system all the way from 2012 up to 2016. The idea I make way, you know, as I say, you're coming out, you know, right to Ghanaians. Said you beya who coton beef, who coton ni panwa. You bet me a Tony ye. So these are part of the reasons are Ghana for 2 Abanti MPP 2024 election. This is not accurate. This conversation is not accurate. So what you are say? In the year 2016. Ghana buying them a year the NDC government. Any company be your friend says Sipton Switch. Sipton Switch. You can Google them and you will see this. Here about Bawumia crab. So in the next video I'll play. Company your friend says Sipton Switch or no. And NDC are buying it then. My catch says our conversation about mobile money interoperability. I shall say 2012. Tina Bank of Ghana ne telcos net din commander drew baby. Till 2016, and our buying decided say or best support for that system to be put in place. My country say for this interoperability to be possible, as I said, banks no any mobile money in data ni na end up all one source. As I say, wire database now money API output. Obi our open information if can just tap into the API. No about information no. Now for easy, I'm a baby. So interoperability no was to aggregate all this information, transactions to one source. Now, banks no ne telcos connected to it. Into who person send this car. Oko system that's why it's easy for you to do it. That was the interoperability and banks need home come. 2016 said that mechanic so Sipton Switch company a buying a command contract. There was a contract. A buying a command a company no contract say on my yes sir. Interoperability no and for more mine. So Bawumia assertion say any idea because of problem. We're very interesting because as an IT person, we always solve problems by identifying them. You can say problem. It means you discover the problem and I prefer a solution to it. But that wasn't the information. That problem was already identified. The people around that time, telcos, the Bank of Ghana, decided to solve it. But on method on use nana antimi anya adwuma. Sa Sipton Switch for no na aban so the contract around 4 billion Ghana cedis and more yes interoperability no around 4 billion and na omode ba be yes adwuma no. Ti aban the contract no no it wasn't even initiated at all. O man hye adwuma na se kra. And aban sesa e baaye. So what are you Bawumia ya nka o ka sa asem no kire Ghana for 2024 2024 good anka Ghana for better na see easily ne say oba ya ye hwehwemu say Sipton sa switch for no one contract 4 billion Ghana cedis no na ya de be bo mine ka no nko kan sa asem na I'm sure the NPP government could have earned points from it but because who na de nyina ba ye de afre Ghana for hwem na enye wo then they start to doubt of credibility from sa 4 point a year 3 billion ananke de be yade no what happened is after say a year review yade we no the MPP government in 2017 together with Bank of Ghana any telcos no they form another team and one sign hwehwe bibia for nti yetwa sa September for no contract in tie ni ye the NDC for no jai no it was cancelled because na ne bo na den over 4 billion Ghana cedis na ka de be sa system no ama ade na ye adwuma but after na sa nkomo ni nyina course no Bank of Ghana ejitu mu say obetimi aye sa database system no ama interoperability na ye adwuma ti Bank of Ghana a company we Bank of Ghana ni mu a omudi sa adwuma ni ma wo mu a they were able to do it the Bank of Ghana later ebe interoperability no at a cost of around 4.8 million from billion to million. So it was good. But to tell Ghanaian they say it was your idea and not a novel and and you brought it up. That wasn't the actual information na a work grounds because na ya didn't know that ya but contract near the no and now you see it was bloated. Now it's too much. Bank of Ghana G2 it was done with sika ni who say what from. So that was good. You save your money sika, but that wasn't your idea, dog. It's all back forward. Now if you Ghana for so this is the actual information. But the Americans is here no. Yero Bawumia nkasa G2 bra yero kwame sifa can be a simple question. Say what's why ye mobile money interoperability na eni kromu ha e na wo ye sika say e na ade interoperability no. Yehwe answer Yero Bawumia de ma yero kwame sifa kan.
Interesting, sir. Interoperability, how much did it cost? No, anybody saying?
Interoperability, let me tell you, there was a contract.
No contract order, okay.
To do the interoperability. And that contract was to be done for $1.2 billion.
$1.2 billion?
Yes.
Interesting, sir. Interoperability, how much did it cost? No, anybody saying?
Interoperability, let me tell you, there was a contract.
No contract order, okay.
To do the interoperability. And that contract was to be done for $1.2 billion.
$1.2 billion?
Yes.
Interesting, sir. Interoperability, how much?
Right, so I even said about 4 billion. According to data and information from the research I did from Bank of Ghana, that was the initial figure. A bino, any certain switch for no echo. As to say variations about later. I couldn't get that part, but if the Bawumia was 1.2 billion, I'm even thinking about the 4 billion, 1.2 billion, and now you're paying in a million. But if there was a contract, why then? And Bawumia say it was a novel idea. The question is, if we are to speak to data and facts, said the humanity, if you be some time ago about how much the interoperability cost you. Because it was a novel idea, you saw a problem and you fixed it. Saying, now the fix here. That was answer I expecting to say, me fix it with this amount. But your answer exposed you to tell us that there was a contract. So if say now or mining that to do something, what was the contract for? So these are questions the ordinary Ghanaian, ordinary no cry, you see any baby. These are the questions the Ghanaian will ask you. Say, what can we and I never can we? So you didn't see any. It doesn't fit and see any. Dear Cobra and Asabe Chile Mubium. Because for some of the here now they call Siba Kona Mini Gambo Chile Unia. Nimi and Nunin see any. Senkanano called on my and a year about me a catcher, say, or buy a contract or but. Or be careful, or the idea we anyway can obey at a lower cost here. Ghana in better was here easily. But to stand on a campaign platform and say there wasn't anything of that sort. But I mean, I'm going to be buying a dear. Quite disingenuous. Ti come on and on your Bawumia. Wadaroma, Mr. Mekano, implementing a deno, Omana Jumano is it was good. Why are dear? Ghanaians could have credited you for that part. But yeah, no young cancel no so with the data na Ghana in here to decide. You ever now have ideas no answer. For now, you are Kennedy Agyapong, you are Bawumia. Why not the ideas or the now? Say you are Bawumia, they are actually that the year and took room, I bet I want to grow to me. Any ideas now, or can one seven there? There's a problem. You have 900,000 jobs now. Okay, I'm sure the Ghanaian youth will be much more interested. Say, hey. Yet create mobile money agent in human around 900,000 and then people bring juma 900,000 it's about Ghana Nkuraka Siakis and basic you 900,000 and your number kito ukotamale na katamale fo nya bobo a number yeso and people are throwing the rano e wa be for fidie so now let's get into data no na yen hwa de makacho say mobile money interoperability no there was a system and that it couldn't go through and Kennedy Bawumia ebe 2018 but they are all Kennedy Bawumia can I will show you the facts a wom any baby ntoko ni wa one way ya now ko find a hook line sinker you will be getting it wrong nti that table where I made that 12 videos this is data may join here from all the important sources I could get especially Bank of Ghana database a year mobile money agent said your numbers no isi say up to today I can ho asem Kennedy Bawumia ka say mobile money interoperability no ama yanya adwumayefo mo ye mobile money adwuma no around 900,000 wo mu nyina adwuma so let's speak to this data I want for the so no okay mo 2015 data na say 2015 na nipa wo mo register as mobile money agent 79,747 nipa no mo register Ghana ha wo ye mobile money adwuma no ma gisem tie ni ye wo pese wo ye mobile money adwuma na what you need to do, say over register general. Now register a company. Say a yes sole proprietor. Now you need to register a business. We register business. We are not a company, a full company, but just register a business, whatever form. Say a sole proprietor. Now say just register it. We register. Now they are called telcos. No, to me or the bayejman. They will give you a SIM card. So SIM card na mo kwama wo ye agent. Tie as 2015. Na agent makoma ko 79,747 for chemi and na register omo as mobile money agent but here high na catch no no na sa nipa 79,000 emu 56,270 and na the same card ni ye adwuma as momo agent tie nti why o tie no raw na omo register no you get it wrong na o hwe nipa na omo emphasizing card ni ye adwuma register bon fa ye adwuma no it was 23,477. This uncle for the normal register sim no so mumfa nya adwuma. Percentage wise no 29.4 na nya adwuma. Nti say wo de kasa asem sa abre ni say 2015 na mama nipa mako 79,000 adwuma. You will be wrong. Because mo no mo de adwuma was 56,000. I didn't want 56,000 enchire yen. That was 2015. Yemre nim 2016 nipa na o register as mobile money agent. Na wo mo ye 136,769 136,769 nanso na omo di ye adwuma 107,415 nti enye say we register sim no as agent no na ye dey ka asem it about say wo ye adwuma because nipa no say adwuma no wo ye supposed to be earning money now what sim na mfa nya adwuma inactive e betima ka say ye mo adwuma so that was the number percentage wise no na ye 21.5% nti nipa o register sim ni nyina no emu 21.5 na o mfa nya adwuma nti mathematical lunch about 78-79% na o the sim ni ye adwuma 2017 sabe we nyana interoperability ne mai na ye link sims no any bank nimbo 2017 that was the MPP government ana wo mo ewa bem 194,688 SIM cards and register as agent 194,688 na dodo a adwuma sabre no 151,745 as displayed on your screens ohwemu about 42,943 na enye adwuma percentage wise no it was 22.1 and na enye adwuma inactive ones until we the mathematical terms more and also over 77% of SIM cards na adwuma that time yeah hwade wo abra interoperability ne ba it was true say abani here interoperability no there are other factors about me SIM cards no kofaji ni bebre but yem fan say it was the interoperability which Kennedy Bawumia e kan wasen to am nipa register SIM cards no move from 194,000 no e ko 396,599 so the mobile money interoperability time 2018 no truly there was a surge our agent dodo na wo mo age SIM card no mo de adwuma no ba hwem ye na nipa wo mo ye active wo mo ye mobile money adwuma no e wa bontin was 180,664 emu about 215,935 na wo ma SIM card no ba na enye adwuma about 54.4% na wo mo mobile money SIM card no ba na wo mo nye mobile money agent wo mo ye active you can't just play with numbers, no. You need to go deep and just analyze all this. Now, if I hear clear, young content and your brain in 2019, it was about 306,346. Percentage are now one more every year, 226,298. Sabre no inactive no, and so about from 26.1. Now, if you don't want the year, you might also. We will just move through the data quick. It's on your screens. You can just take a snapshot of it. Now, if one can your analysis with it. These are aggregated data from all relevant sources. You bet media accounts, including Bank of Ghana database. Earlier, they didn't come when you made. Into Yamra, you name into Yabetia, 2018. Truly, numbers are now magic Momo Simpson. A course Tina agent na kosrampa. And now, I know say no 2025, according to data available, Sisiano. Nipa womaji mobile money SIM cards mobile money agent and I said they are supposed to be mobile money agents no 923,000. It is a Bawumia kase wa nipa 900,000 ejuma on the bare ufane number value now you will be convinced that that's true because I just checked say nipa was saying a mobile money agent right now. Any search engine will give you this number around 900,000. So you will say Bawumia they all can be true nipa 900,000 and mobile money ejuma wo munye sika ekofi but ye we hana catch no no nipa 923,000 no wo magimo mosem no emu 423,000 and eye ejuma sisi a nipa 423,000 and eye ejuma as mobile money agents emu 500,000 eye inactive in as much about 923,000 ewo mosem wo ma register database never form so mo ye adwuma egisika go mbotom no the factor horses here no according to data available chese emu 423,000 penny active mobile money agent or mo ye adwuma right now over 500,000 is inactive ye ka so obi ye adwuma the person is supposed to be on the field o ye adwuma but say what gisem ne nko a ye register with your system no say ukita momo sim no it doesn't become say wo ye adwuma na wo ene. About 54.2% ekra mobile money agents now they are not using it and I say inactive according to a year Bank of Ghana database or what right now. So when we are speaking to it, when we are speaking to data, we should come clear. Me I am in common no. So conversation we end on social media obi e ka bi obi ade na bebia or de be fa bia people are having this conversation. Because 900,000 ejuma dear, come here say we're supposed to applaud the government or the then government for it. But say unya information also now checking who say not all these 900 SIM cards any active. I bet you qualify almost say or more year ejuma. Then the information becomes invalid and now some way it becomes quite tricky to get it because what can there but on grounds that is not the number of people more year juma according to my checks any remove me here mobile money interoperability nkwa cannot be the cause say nipa bebre na person mo agent tie ni ye the high rate of unemployment ye experience wo kroma no a cause for sa nyama we nyina me ya branch am we school I'm supposed to be a nurse I'm supposed to be a teacher say me nya kwan ko ye adwuma na me hu say me ko register mobile money business na me ye me nya kakra I will do it. So and yes, I interoperability in Tina make sim akwa mobile money agent. But because that is what the situation calls for at that moment. So that could be my reason to akwa sim akwa mobile money ajuma. Not necessarily say abaya interoperability in tia. I'm sure say my point in the whole myself from that line. There are so many factors that will lead people. Even crano who may check just say now nipa one mobile money agent. It's quite reducing about from. So our data now, as we display on the screen now, it's reducing rather than say air cost. Same card they don't imagine it, but it's quite coming down. About from simply because interoperability is supposed to link a bank no to Momo SIM card no. It's supposed to link e-switch no to Momo SIM card no. It's supposed to link everything to it. Instead of saying sorry, I call Momo agent or say on first can to me SIM so no. I can push that money from my bank account to my SIM card. Abraham agent no. And that is rendering agents inactive. And into the baby now do more SIM card they are not working. We're supposed to analyze the near mana the babon. so that the Ghanaian will understand it. Even interoperability is supposed to even reduce the number of agents, not say increase it. So what we are seeing out there now is a true reflection of the effect of mobile money interoperability, and that was the reason Tia Abayni kofa interoperability no buy because Tia Chechemuna Bawumia de ma on the video anymore, or say you can't send money to Voda, you can't send money to this. That was a challenge. If a person send this Kakoma will be with other networker, I need to walk to the Momo agent and withdraw the money from my any other SIM be used to be to the other SIM, and that is keeping the agent active. Am I agent in here, Juma? But if now I can sit in the comfort of my bedroom and send money from my MTN SIM card to Telecel without breaking a bone, what would the agent do? Because agent is a middle person. We always need agents as middle people. Now, what would I need the agent for? So the agent system is coming down. It's the first now you scratch card the book credit is phone. So you need to walk to the agent, vendors, to buy it and scratch and load. Now I can load from my bank account. Madam personal talk. So ukofa scratch card no kotela bonte say we agent. Ye ma wadwuma as obi a wotons a cars no some time ago. Na ye dey analysis say your money per we modwuma. It won't be accurate because there are no more in the system. Or more SIM cards no necessarily EVD SIMs no, but they are not using it because the system is switching. This conversation is online, it's everywhere. So I decided to go down. Mahamudu Bawumia is an economic man, economic wizard. He knows much about this thing. So I'm sure when we have the conversations, we go down to the bottom. So that we will give credit where credit is due. Na baby so na baby I used to say yes a church Ghana anymore say ya church na Ghana ni na say then the information becomes clear because all more be data. Now say one man in the true picture. Now one man dey be favor our conversation. No one man antia what this informing the panel. One man in the true picture of said identity. So I took my time to go through Sanko because it is all over the internet. People are talking about 900,000 jobs. It's supposed to reflect. It's supposed to, make an impact. But it's not making an impact because about 500,000 of these SIM cards are not on our streets. 430,000, according to data, any active now in the system. Omokrano, they are not earning what they are supposed to earn. Merchant SIM nibi. There was a time I was quite lucrative. Say what the merchants are doing, they say, oh, system, they were supposed to also create their own layer. Or not creating your own layer out there. System not supposed to be automatic. Until me collect depositor, any concern merchant will give me 1 peso. MTN will pay you commission, Telecel will pay you commission. But they can't go with that line because commissioner telcos need more money. One have container kit to be no betinum. One have a capital to do cash in cash out. No. At the end of the day, now you calculating 50% of the commission. They are sending their bro. Ebi obi na wafan no year. What the merchants, some of them are doing out there. I can't give a full picture. Say but their agents, merchants, transaction. They will tell you say, "We send this kind of money for way to so." Maybe you say any other day. It's all part of the story. Now no krano. What you want more? No, should I yet? Should I yet? They said they're not candidate here. No. About me or any other plan beer or the barber can in common home. Now my delegate now here now as a Ghana for being me no consider nema dia said or no can so about you no be my information but the what can pa the any said their data na or on chire there I call na mobile money agent no madwa because that is not the true picture. That's not the true picture. Mobile money agent you want said that lucrative as it was before. Interoperability no crowd reduce the number of people who work to the agent. We should say this, as I say in because this is the fact, this is the actual information. As a year and they can come on or near a D no na enema ATB a coso kama. So as I have this interoperability conversation, 900,000 jobs near there. I told you, sir, 900,000 number, no, it's in the data. Or search it, 900,000, you will find it. These are registered merchant SIMs. These are not active merchants. Right now. Ubisa me about interoperability, the effects mobile money agents. So I will tell you, say it's rather affecting them negatively. Though a positive, as Ghanaians being able to move money around, it's quite a plus for us. But as to say what the my agent now, who's agent need feel it, no, won't feel it. We agent now feeling, so you can tell me you activate phone lines. Now you can tell us, say the kasa. That is not the true picture, because a conversation they are having, you can also come on the line and tell me, say these are not the real facts, these are not the picture. Bawumia is the solid information. You can bounty it enough the data didn't come on. Now be clear you show so. So this is not to offend anybody. Numbers and a former leader Ediaba, and we are also, using the same numbers to have a conversation, to do our research. We expanded from that point to where we are right now, so we can have an academic conversation. And correct to say number then we run with it. No, we are not running with it. You have to go in there and check. I'm sure that now when your answers to most of questions and that will be about 900,000 jobs in there. If when you answer, you can go out and do your further research, get your own data to support or 900. No, if it's we all get it. But macheo mu kwa bato adaka ni muna kwa koto abana. Consider na hwe obi a oka practicals niema. It's not about a niema ye betimi abounta with data near. No, we are telling you say ukuromu a wo no. Udua bayire ti oto abama ye as delegate oto abana ye be flag bearer. Yeru aken eso be ye omampani okroma. O de bayire na udua wo mpesua ne so no. Ene eba be bibia mo anyamfa so afrim. This one we don't need any lectures tintin for you to understand. It's what's in your locality and you can see it, you can feel it. Then we start the conversation from that point. It's not about interoperability now, then you rack your brain around it. Now search it. Oko online is here now just say what type inter-o. Before you see, Google will complete it for you because people are searching. I didn't cry and interoperability. By a catcher say umpesua so no udua abrojuma potatoes nti ye better no na dey potato chips na they are export am wan yamfa so. You don't need to search online to understand this. Ye ba umpesua so na ye catcher say ya bia nyuma ni bebre ye ru kan chese 7,000 employees e adwuma e ma ne sesia nti o catcher say oni ofi pam for mo ye 100 obefom adwuma ama mo so wanya mo no aduane a. You won't doubt it. If you doubt it, you should support it with reasons. Yes, say dia o nimu ye no na say de onim to no ene ye ni ginatro no ano enye de obi obonsem kwa asa no ho samra ne keke dabi nye sa okwa abato adaka ni mato aba no ma Kennedy Agyapong eno ani nkoma ye have or get connected show you so or ideas no, these are factual, these are concrete ideas. I betimi dia ye adwuma enya ideas are you need to be explained to you. There be enya numbers tintin when numbers here na me de ba bebrebe de ehun hia ba yire no dia wodua ne no an ye be fa ye horo ho eye ho ye de kwama no ya koton diska na ba abrokro na ye twetwetwe anwane ade film na ye twetwe enkokọ adua ne fa twi bibia film na mfa so na ba so. Yes sa Ghana raw materials na fa kwama no ne enkoton enkojiska kuma bi ma Emma Bruni and from producing near my meton my aboarding. That is the conversation. That is what Ghana needs. Inti some come we are question a party level delegate. Obi Fraba I showed so the last time. And okasa san some way you can Ghana for nyina. Opeso who ade potia you can be a delegate. So to abamana. And I asked myself in my mind, say delegate no Ghana niana. Are the MPP delegated 204,000 people? Now they not Ghanaians, they are. So we are talking to Ghanaians, including you, the delegate. And yes, sir. Yeah, do shake kukum near Paka Crash on Fumia that they know the idea that will transform the entire country, that will make the Ghana we want her. That's what we are talking about. So yeah, sure no, no. And I'm very sure, sir, when we be and common baby or two abano echo. January 31st, na battle no echo so delegate. Some no any be media go no. ase besepa eni koni ahan wow tase na wayi di wom de beboa na afi odi asigina and I'm sure enya me wanwa say you will get connected na enema etimi akonanim kama breno ekonanim eniti ye behwe na afi no yama okwan na ado adwenkyere no e de abadwumedi no so na bibia tumi akoso kama say the hon say but before we do that no yentie Kennedy a compare ko Agyapong ne nsem a nam na probo ni modi tudwa no some of the things I mentioned see how they obey you more pragmatic there a common English word obia ekabi practical solutions real solutions and nema you can't what say now koda na odwen ho you see them in your vision you see them in your dreams enye enema ehia nchechemu ne mathematical calculations ene percentages ne ade ye ntia Kennedy a compare ko Agyapong kakra bi ya ba ye bia homa ne ma na ado adwen che na ba o do message na fa YouTube ne so a ya ba te bekin kan e de amount.
And if you know the importance of starch, all pharmaceutical industries are in high demand of starch. Because every medication you take, the tablet, there is starch in it. So the whole world, they are prepared to buy your starch. Where is it? Where is it? Millet. We can use millet for flour. My brother, so many things we can do and we don't need to import. When you go to Upper East and you see Fumbisi, the land over there, the rice suitable for rice, and they have only a small rice mill, and they don't even know that the husk, we use the husk to generate electricity. When you go to Thailand, almost all the rice mills generate their own electricity. What are we doing? There are so many things we can do here. Here, there are 5 northern regions. Your share butter. Show me one factory here.
We don't have.
Meanwhile, the most expensive cream you see, when you read and there's share butter in it, check the price. Where are our leaders? Where are our leaders? Now, even the fruits, the tama is so sweet. You don't have a single factory over here processing this into fruit juice. And you can get this in abundance in all the 5 northern regions. My brother, you say you are poor. You are not poor. You are poor in leadership. And these same people will come and tell you, vote for Mr. A. And they cannot change your life. You need a...
See, I was here Kennedy a compare ko Agyapong and I watch the vision and nsem emun. Makacho, utie 1 minute of it cry, you can take something home. It will be enough for you to start thinking about BB. Start being creative. My know and then we spoke to data or any conversation we can have it. Obaswa, make sure say get connected. No just so then we start the conversation from there. Borem na yenchoche enkomo obetimi the messages no so abreye ewo your YouTube video no eso the video is streaming live for kwa ja comment no to read it in due time na bia akoso so obi ahoma ne so aye mo rem na yembo enkomo borem na bra number no ene wo screen no eso no frɛ na afi no yenchoche enkomo ewo get connected jumedie no so ene enyumre minu awa ahoma no so get connected
obia
enyobia wada ma yenti obodi nenti o
Every Western of.
Body nenti o minia.
But your friend Francis.
Yanko.
Hello.
Francis, your phone is na kasa.
On that area, Mati.
Francis and Kono Samra. Minia wa homa so get connected.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening, get connected. Oba just obi anyo obi an yanko.
Yeah, obi anyo obi a.
Mini enti o.
Yeah, me traffic jami abra, obum jami abra.
Mo ya da wasi be so aba so yenti o mini a.
Me Bawumia no yento for Bawumia yento ọmọ ìpẹ́sẹ̀ pàtó ló bẹ́ kọ́ ẹ̀ lónìí ẹ̀ǹtì Bawumia no yẹ bẹ́ tiẹ̀ ní slow down yẹ bẹ́ má ní slow down paa yẹ bẹ́ tú àti àmì ìwọ́sẹ̀ yẹ bí bá general election ni yẹn ti lè yí nípa wà á ti yẹ tú àmà Kennedy Agyapong èdè Kennedy Agyapong bẹ́ sọ na ọ̀ntì ní wí nípa wà má rẹ̀.
Ma yẹn náà sì bẹ̀rẹ̀ mi ní asọ́ ọba àṣọ mi ní a get connected. Obia any Obia body nenti o.
Yeah. Oh, you from a pop. Go to Cape Coast.
Yeah, go.
But Kennedy is hand of my home. Going sorry. Yeah. Bye.
Bye. Me no ada so ba so. Me no wa man so get connected. Obia any Obia body nenti o.
Yo, if you know my majesty, me favorite critical.
Me no hate you.
Me no. Money of Juma Moye. But the woman say, "Oh my way, oh my more, you know, you're from my no more." So do that. You say, "Oh my God, way, oh my more, so we can fight for more, you know, making my ball, my, you're from my no more." It means I'm only I can't the corner paper. But the real now is in on my way, serious people in some moment. And then the pastor kind of question, got my hand pan for kind of question on me. In the Agyapong fish of my chance, or ba or mine the bobber, the uncle in the car at the boy. But young for. Oh, but we are hoping that your mother.
Right. Mammy Nas will resolve bass. So, many of our man so get connected. We shall take a get connected.
Obianyo
Obodi na fe. What was some?
I listen to you every Tuesday and every Friday. But it's like when you come to the show, it's like Bawumia, and I don't get it. You see, there are 5 of them going to for the contest. So when you come, what Kennedy will do? Let's talk about it and stop this Bawumia. It's like you use 2 hours talking about Bawumia when you know you are not in support of Bawumia. So please, let us not create this kind of problem. When we come, then NDC will bring those things that we are saying and play it for us. Please.
Bayana so ba so be chere wa Jeminia wa man so get connected.
Yeah, Obia.
Obodi anafi what was over me?
Free Kaswa.
Me eti Ominia.
Me a delegate. No one else. And the whole year. Money of Juma over the say Ghana for no. Maybe I have to carry the youth of the day. Because at the end, they have been for a better kind of China. Only a Jumatin, now over the year around China, other China. Almost our own service to go in the at the gas. You will be me. Farming, well, and I'm trying about China. She said, yeah, the Kennedy, I think, said, no matter what, it's like, yeah.
Mina so basso. Mina wa man so get connected.
Connected dada.
We are new bia. Body na into Mina.
FM Okabi because free dropping.
Yeti. Yeti Mina.
Omo an say omo pe onabo Kennedy Agyapong asem no. Omo ye declare support ma we declare support ma we ni nyina ye corruption for. Omo ni say onabo Kennedy Agyapong ba omo ntimi emmo koro no se dia ya omo bo no because o hwe no okọ ya na bako se mu a oye obi a onye corrupt. Oye obi so a even VAT so the bia utuano na akwa pepepe. It's almost in say almost ba omuntimi emmo koro no. Na omo ye declare we am away, declare we am away hwe. Minua MCE for become support man. MCE for them high lose power. Sir, ministers, are only support of me. Omen them high lose power. And it's almost a circle position there. Among also no more twice or no more. Said the Union I to one accommodation, a common because what the Yanya copim said, Ombesses our margin, using Papa to say, Ura, compare Kennedy Agyapong, Abba. No other Gigana, dear co-promised land, so the Dama said.
May so with us, we be so basso. I was get connected. Miniawa, Manaswa, get connected. Miniawa, Manaswa, get connected.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, get connected.
Obia
Nyobia, Minia Bodi and Yentio.
I'm very sorry, because of the person.
Yentio, Minia.
Yamaka said, you will talk with me now, Kasama or Dr. Bawumia. Like a PhD, honorable credit in 23. Yay, you see, the honorable Kennedy Agyapong because he didn't need an answer. But they are ready to vote for him. But your banners over Canada, I already put into one income on a program also. The possibility that Dominic happened here. You will cover catching because the only ability. He is meeting for more action for because of the community and the people of Mediacoca. Yeah, for 10 in the Kakan, the train, in PBB, in the bank.
That's it. What aroma? That's it. Get connected.
We are.
We are Bodi Native.
But you are very good. Yes, that's why I'm a city of near Agyapong.
Very nice, we get connected. Miniawa, want to get connected. Miniawa, want to not get connected.
Obiara Nyobia.
Obia Nyobia, Bodi Native, Minia.
Yo, Minia, Ibrahim Majima, Miss Refi, a Jurassic Massy, and I Kennedy Agyapong and they were Jurassic Massy. Minia, and ye could be your what check here and putting for an answer a party no, do one pen of correct. Some of my dear many that beyond persuade me. At the end of the Kumque Puban, so much or more being. Then my year they are prayer wide in a set. Yame, I do not say any nothing, condemn with a dear more Christiania, Sabri, a brass and secretary upon Papa, MPP. Naya so I come dear way to yes, it's one saying, Naya seeing you mania, your mania, you mania. Yes, it's me here, Bushia, said the Senate party, your sister. As this a friend said, a quarter the year, or one should be this. Oma Mia, or Moncotrans, no media party in Kennedy. Said now, we say, they say, war, Mr. A friend, I'm prechum. Babina was a move cooking. I'm prechum, deputy minister of what do you call it, foreign affairs. We have a man from Colation at Mbuao. Colation at Mbuao, mum, and now actually the enemy said, move or more. The course for me, I want to be the army. Into what I'm okay, William, that's doing a minute.
My husband has been say Obaso, your family to be enough for young community. I want to get connected.
Obia
Nyobia, Bodi Native, Minia.
You make your honorable Kennedy Agyapong and executive or motor banning in say, or more, MPP or motor or Mumbedi anymore, Bia Tefata. Now, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, one another number one, or not a bit more book my year, am I?
Man, that's baby. Yeah, for the chat on your call. Many want to so do maybe a cassette. Many want to so team can get connected. Many are Bodi Native.
Okay. Lydia, I give up one, not me. The second will cut about previous administration, anywhere from Miami, the lab. Among no them, dear, you know, some of one of them was to get them, under way can be. This is a position here to Mahamudu, there's two positions because no one here give a problem. But before that's all. Some reason for something, some operation. You can't buy. That's no one. You will be asking. Oh, my mayor, you need to subdivision in fact when you know upon time. It's the best thing. For our ministries, make this now. no idea what can be home free no need to just send hand time on question position on one is said in the neck as the president look at this one open to say percent yes so right no amazing is a big man in man there if you have less than a position
maame na se be say oba homane so menu a ofre eba so be kire wadwe asada kese enkoma wo so ado messages be bra so ye kenka messages no e de ema na politics marketing. So all you need to do is to market. And it's on this platform where you get connected. It means you're a Kennedy Agyapong platform. But when issues pop up, platforms are hold also any conversation we just to spew stuff. We straighten it. Area we come back to your main host need to do it. Call your platform so Get Connected TV or YouTube. It's full of Era Kennedy Agyapong Agyapong. And there might be a Emma show in we put it there on YouTube 247. Just follow your channels now, and we will feed you. Era can be obekobi and no na vrongo. And we make sure say the videos and everything will reach you where I will be. And this is what we do mostly on the show. Our channel we will sit and up. We have conversation about policies and in my era no. But sometimes in Emma go from one to training when people will take it say that is the real information. You straighten it. Then you move on. Meanwhile, I have some messages now. Or say, I wonder how you can manage a party with people like this. Parliamentarians who come out boldly to endorse Bawumia. I think so. Concerned. There is a lot of anger in my heart about the behavior of these MPs. If Ken fail this election, so about well, let me move on now. If he has a partner, Nkoye. Well, please, I beg, we can't mix the leadership of Ken. Ghanaians will never forgive MPP if they fail to bring Ken to Wenedino and Kahon. Kwame Boateng, as message, say Ken is the best leader. No Ken, no vote. To Kwame Boateng message. And friends of Ken City Media, Medina, I say Get Connected. Obia last primaries. Dr. 00 Bawumia had 137 MPs to thrown their support behind him, but still, the Honorable Kennedy gave them boot for boot. Ken Beba, say Kutu, say Bam. O messenger, Mode Eba and friends of Ken City. A champion Kwame say, good evening, Get Connected. Obia. The 63 MPs could not convince any delegate with one clear policy why they are supporting Dr. 00 Bawumia. Watching you live from the Wu Equiapem, say Kutu, say Bam. I will share messages I'm not buying also any free honor. O call a drama and so a droba co and ubieto, a Jeffers mixture, energy fast capsules, a droy, a sun the moon say adium quan. Na oyo ba o mayano enwie peye otimunse na nsia himfi ho niam aye say basa. Say there hot tie pa na de 2 ho no nya de a niam ate sa biu. Ti ama wammoa say na first wo ye no kwa otimi nge biu. Man sanka Jeffers mixture ene ne capsule. Bon say drobo ro ni pedua me sese ni pedua no na ba bi obo ade de usi ya na we ni je ho na san de wakosi ho. Awo ho nsem ena ya basa amawa. Edo no bo ro ni pedua ni mo krakra niam a asese san niam amawo. No wetimi afọ afuro enye aduro no ene de nane ba ma da bi da ba no siesie system no se na be ya nhyiamu ne ba de nyame aye se ye adwuma ne ye adwuma pena age edam na bibia akoso ye be ma wo de ontimi nkosi na nim kwa na wetimi akwakoje abasobo da bi ese otimi di mensem na ye bo abaso no Jeffers mixture ne P capsules na niam enkoyi e ma o manmu afọ na be bia to aduro bia se ye herbal shop na se chemical shop bia no kwa Jeffers mixture P capsules no bi na niam enkoyi enfama midinya sabo akwana na techimitrem edema chairman APJ ono ene di dwumadie ho echiamen yes also adomdo he na de pachie ya ochina memenenda nonkron ye besa tenase na de Get Connected dwumadie e de abro na Honorable Kennedy Agyapong Agyapong ne sempa se wotie na ho nkomobo no ye de nyina atumi e de abro abofo ne doso asedan komo bibia nyame ya adomo a obesa atie nko ochina no fa